I was just sitting here on my thinking chair, hit my little vape here, and I was thinking, y'all believe in destiny and fate? Or do y'all believe in free will? And where there's a will, there's a way type shit. Because, I like to believe that I'm in control of my life, right? For the most part. But there's sometimes where it kind of feels like I'm in like a VR video game movie type thing, and things are just happening regardless of what I do. It's like, what is this? Like, have y'all ever, how do I put it? Have y'all ever felt like a pull to do something? Almost like, have you ever done something dumb and somebody's like, why'd you even do that? You're like, I don't know. Or like, either like all the way from like a full-blown heroin junkie that, you ask them, why are you doing that? Like, I don't even want to do this anymore. I have to. All the way down to like when you're in traffic and a random car just pisses you off for no reason, and so you cut them off. It's an asshole thing to do, and like you normally wouldn't do it, but you feel something inside of you. I call it the universal pull. There's plenty of times where I've done things where like where that pull, that gravity pulling you to do something is so strong that even with like shame and guilt and like embarrassment and like knowing I shouldn't do this, and it's like it's almost like I have a front row seat to something that's like detrimental to my life, And like you hold like guilt and shame because you feel like you made that decision, right? But there is something to that. There's something that says like, I don't know, it feels right, it feels comfortable. Like somebody that cheats on people, you know what I mean? Like if you're a habitual cheater and you ask that person like, why you do it? They go, I don't know, there's just times where things get, where things are so good that I feel like I gotta fuck it up, self-sabotage type shit. And it's like, what is that? I also believe that like everything happens for a reason, like sometimes I feel like God puts you through something so that way it toughens you up in that subject, so that way when something even crazier has to happen, you can handle it, Because I honestly want to be good. I want to be a good dad. I want to be a good son. I want to be a good brother, a good employee, all those things, man. And it's like, sometimes I feel like I'm just meant to be a shitty boyfriend, like maybe that's why I'm still single at 36, And sometimes it's like, I don't know, sometimes I just fall for things, man. Look, like I want to be good, right? I do, but I have to be careful. Because all it takes is one decently hot stripper with a bag of dope and a mind and a mouth dirtier than Bin Laden's beard to just go, hey, you want to hang out tonight? And I'm like a moth to a flame, dude. I can't help it. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, like it's my fault why shit happens. Like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done this. And there's times where I do things because I'm like, well, if I don't do this, bad shit's gonna happen. So, take care of business, right? I take care of business, don't get me wrong. But like, there's also a lot of things that like, my nature is to just pretend like it don't exist until it either blows up in my face or it disappears. That's like some little kid shit, So I've just been trying to think like, is there even a such thing as free will? Or is it almost like one of those choose your own path video games, where like it'll go either save the girl or save the old lady. And depending on what you choose is whichever the story does. But the ending's like predetermined. You know what I mean? Like the game corrals you through a story with the illusion of choice, But the ending's always gonna be the ending, or you're always gonna like cross paths with certain people. You're like if you have an arm that gets blown off, like regardless if you were in the war and it got blew off, or if you were in traffic and rolled your car and it got ripped off, you were destined to be one-armed from that moment on. I don't know where that came from. I apologize to anybody with one arm that's watching this. I didn't mean anything bad by it. But it's like, I don't know. I will say this. If I am just observing the life experience of Steven Eric Peterson, it's been adventurous. It's been fun. You know, like I always want to win the lottery, or I always want to have a whole bunch of money so that way I'm not stressing out anymore, because I stress a lot and it's almost always about money. But maybe if I was rich and successful right now, my life would be boring as shit, you know? I work around a lot of rich people and they just seem boring. They almost seem robotic. So who knows, dude? Maybe there's aliens that watch us, like TV channels, like reality shows. Maybe they tune into me more than they do y'all. I don't know. I've always said, do it for the story. So if you're presented with an opportunity to do something that you get to tell everybody about for years on end, do it. You'll never remember the hangover, but you'll always remember the party, you know? And then the other thing I always say is, if your life was made into a book, would it be worth reading? And as a ex-junkie, retired thief, ex-car thief, father, felon, dope fiend, back to the top, hippie, traveling hippie, international, lived in Mexico. I mean, man, my life has been adventurous to say the least, you know? Like looking back on it, I got a lot of stories and I've learned a lot, and I can put myself in a lot of people's shoes because I've been in a lot of situations. I'm not to the tippity top, I ain't been no Jeff Bezos, but I've been good, you know what I mean? And I've been at the bottom of the bottom now, you know? So when I see somebody that's down on their shit or somebody that's going through it, my compassion level's up here, dude, just because I've been there. I know. I always hate it when you see somebody with a sign on the side of the road and you'll hear somebody be like, man, that motherfucker should just get a job. And you're like, bitch, you don't know. You don't know his situation. Like, that was one of the hard things for me, was whenever I stopped stealing. And so I started asking, you know, I'd hold the sign. And all my sign said was, I don't want to steal. Can you help? And people would bless me, man. People bless me a lot. But it wasn't the people you would think. Like, people driving a Mercedes with the money to give would just stare forward. They didn't even want me to exist in their universe. I'd put my sign like in front of their windshield, bro. I just want you, bitch, to acknowledge me. Just read my sign. You don't have to give me nothing. Just read it. But it'd be the people in like a hoopty with a donut on their tire with duct tape on the fucking outside. And they would stick their head out the window, see me, dig in. Hey, bro, I got $3.75, but you can have it. It's crazy that the people that have the most give the less, and people that don't even have enough for themselves give what they have. Interesting, right? I don't know, man. I'm only 36 too, so if my life is a book, hopefully my story ain't even halfway over. Hopefully I get to become the next Jeff Bezos or whatever. That'd be cool. What's a good idea? Do people still buy pornography? I could sell those. Bring back DVDs or bring back VHS, you know? Y'all help me think of an idea so I can get rich, man, because as of right now, my plan is to become super successful making people giggle. If every one of y'all can like this video, y'all can make me famous, dude, and then we could do some cool shit together, man. I'm working a lot for a long time, man. I'm tired, bro. Help me make money by sitting on the toilet. Then we could do like one of those AMC theater Reddit things, man. Everybody just fucking put their money on me and be like, we're gonna invest on this guy sitting on the toilet talking bullshit. And all the old folks would be like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. And then the next day we just, boom, we blow up. Right? I give y'all all back fucking y'all's investment plus more. Help me get famous. Let's see if we can make this work. That'd be silly. My mom says you can't do it. She's right over there. She's like, you ain't gonna become famous for sitting on the toilet and talking bullshit. I told her, Ma, it's 2024 now. People have become famous for less. So, alright, deuces.